Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we got pretty lucky. Our friends of ours over at Nilight knew we were going to start working on this 2024 KRX 1000 Trail Edition, and they were kind enough to send me over a pair of 3-foot whips and a set of 8 rock lights. Now, most of you know before on our X3, we went full blown, super expensive, super nice whips and rock lights. These from Nilight, just this box feels heavy, but sent these over for us. We're going to do an unboxing here. We're going to get these installed on the KRX. Now, not everyone wants to see how to install rock lights and whip lights. They're pretty simple. You hook up a switch, you hook them up to your battery, and you just mount them wherever you need them. And there you go. So what I'm going to do is we're going to just show you what they look like. Like I said, I've got plenty of experience with whips, so I can pretty much tell you what the quality looks like, if they look cool or whatever. We're going to show you all that. And then we're going to get everything installed on the KRX, and we're just going to run it down the road at night and see what it looks like. I mean, honestly, that's what you guys are looking for. That's what you're going to do when you purchase whips. Chances are you're going to break them. And, you know, some of them have big warranties, but there's a return process and all that. So you don't want to break the bank, and you want something that's going to last. And if it breaks, you're just going to replace it anyway. So let's jump into the video. And again, thank you to Nilight for sending these over to us. Let's see what they look like. All right, guys, let's take a look here in the box and see what we got. Okay. And look at me. The box is actually pretty nice here. I'm going to flip them around so y'all can see them. So inside, everything really nice and packaged here. Looks like I'm going to have to get something to cut these zip ties off. Looks like there's a bunch of flags here. And yeah, let's get these unpackaged here real quick. We'll just look at these other boxes. I'm assuming these are the rock lights. Yeah, so there's some wiring and stuff. Rock lights. That looks like a lot of peripherals there. Okay, so there's some rock lights. Just real quick. Cabling feels good. It feels like it's a cast aluminum. Looks pretty nice. Just 3 LEDs in there. All right, good deal. So let me get some of this junk off of here so we can just really take a look at everything. And then we're going to get these installed, see what they really look like. Okay, so we got everything pretty much out of the box. So I'm just going to kind of show you guys what's all in this kit. There's a lot of stuff in this kit. And I'm going to leave a link to this particular one, an Amazon link where you guys can pick those up for yourself. But first things first, let's take a look at the whips. And, you know, having some of the high-end whips, everything about these look pretty good. The spacing is pretty decent on the LEDs. A lot of them are going to be real nice, tight wrap. These aren't bad. They are very flexible, and it does come with some flag mounts and some flags. So you're going to get the stars and stripes, and it looks like they're also sending a pair of Nilight flags with their company logo on it. One thing about these whips that are kind of cool is they have like a quick disconnect feature. So basically, once you mount them, they've got detents in here with ball bearings. I've seen these on other whips. On another pair of whips that I ran on the X3 had a magnetic base, which was also pretty nice. These are pretty cool. So what's really cool about the KRX is it already has spots to mount your whips. So these whips will also, there's an app you can download. I'll show you guys that. And then, or you can run it with a remote. So it's included. It also comes with rocker switches for both the rock lights and the whips. This set comes with 8 different, 8 rock lights, the 2 whips. These are the 3-footers again. And here is all your wiring. And what's really nice about these two, all the connections going into Your rock lights all have an O-ring seal, so we don't have to worry about things getting wet. And then also, let's open one of these up here. As far as your rock lights go, you're going to get, you know, hardware. We're going to wait on some traffic to go by. So you're going to get hardware and mounting options here that are going to go directly on your rock light like this. So it'll also have the capability of tucking in that wire real nice. But one of them's got a radius on it, so you can mount those, be perfect, like right here on your cage, you know, underneath, so it makes it a flush fit, and then also one for a flat surface as well. What we're probably going to do is zip tie these. I think that works better, in my opinion. Also, just your wiring options again. Here's the rocker switch. We'll just get it out so you guys can see it. You know, for the money, this kit's hard to beat because a lot of these whips, especially some of the higher end ones, can get pretty pricey. Then you're still buying switches and mounts and things, and I know that from experience. But here's your typical rocker switch, just like you'd get anywhere else, hardware store, Amazon, whatever. They're including all that for you. And then also, yep, so you've got enough mounts to do all 8 of your rock lights. And then here's kind of like the main body of the setup. So this is going to hook to your battery pretty easy, positive and negative. You've also got the ability to do like turn signals, brake lights with this wiring right here. You can check that out in the description or in the instructions. And then all of your connectors. So this is all kind of one harness, and it looks like you've got, I'm going to say maybe 10 feet or so, maybe 10 to 15 feet of wiring on each rock light. So you should have plenty of cable to get to wherever you decide to mount the controller. And then if you're wanting to do turn signals integrated, there's another wiring harness here specifically for that. So a lot of features, a lot of bang for your buck from a value perspective. Again, I'm going to have links to this kit in the description below, so check that out. So let's go ahead and get these installed. I'm not going to bore you with the install. If you guys are going this deep and you're purchasing these products, you can pretty much hook up a battery. You can hook these up. So the main thing is just finding where you want to install those. So once I get everything kind of tucked away where I want it, I'll bring you guys back and I'll show you the finished product. We'll run it at night, see how bright they are, go over some of the features. So stick around. Let's check them out. All right, guys, we got the whips and the rock lights installed here on our KRX. As you can see, they're pretty bright, and you know, the wrapping on everything looks good. I really like the way on these whips. One of the cool features about these Nilights is they got this quick connect disconnect feature, which is really nice. Positive engagement. Already on the KRX has these tabs already for whips. How cool is that? You've got your O-ring sealed push pin with the thumb wheels there to tighten them up. You can remove them very easily. On the rock lights themselves, we've got one up underneath here on the rear. I've got one in the back. These are just kind of on like a red, white, and blue fade. I got them set now, but the biggest thing I had was just I wanted to make sure I ran all the cables very cleanly. And I think that's probably what took so long. It probably took me about 4 hours just because I took everything apart. There's one in the grill. And the install was very simple. I just wanted to make sure I got everything nice and tucked away. So I ended up taking the dash out, this center console. I pulled the seat so I could, you know, cable management was really what took the longest. The wiring is basically, we just hooked to an accessory plug or pin here underneath the dash. It's got a ground and a positive post that works on accessory. And then you can wire up the switches so when they're powered on, they light up. I only have them set so when I turn on the accessory, it lights up. And, you know, in the kit, it doesn't come with, you know, a relay connection or anything like that. I always run things on a relay just to a little bit of added security. There wasn't any fuses or anything that was included, so I went ahead and just wired those in myself because just want to play it safe just in case. All right, to use the app, just want to make sure you turn power up both controllers, and you're going to go into your smartphone, download the app, click on Bleed 'em 2, and you see it's connecting right now. So if we go ahead and look at what we're connected to, right now we are connected to the whips and the rock lights. I used the little pencil here to rename those. So if you click on the little pencil, you can rename it whatever you'd like. That way I can tell the difference between the two. So now it's connected to both, and you can sync everything up. These are all of your options with colors. And you can see there's 92 different modes, plus you can select all the colors. In here you can select the brightness of your whips or your rock lights, flashing, or the speed of the transitions. And then also, if you want any flashing or anything right there, you can do that with this dial right there. So now that you've got them both paired together, they're going to be doing the exact same thing, which is pretty cool. I like to go in there, do them individually because I don't necessarily want, you know, my whips doing the same thing as my rock lights sometimes. But you just power up one, adjust it, and then power up the other one. But the app's really cool. You can also sync it to music. We're not going to mess with that right now. And then also you can adjust colors via this wheel here. So, you know, thousands of different colors. The options are endless. But I really like this app, and it's really geared towards syncing everything together. You can add multiple Nilight products to this and get them all doing the same thing, which is really cool. So just some quick comments on these particular whips and rock lights. And again, I've had the super cheap eBay whips. I've had the very, very expensive whips out of California. And some things I'll note, sometimes I just wonder if all these are coming out of the same couple companies in China. I'm not real sure, but you know, whips are one of those things that you're going to end up breaking them eventually, catch them on a tree branch, things like that. So it's kind of up to you what level of investment you want to put into it. Coming from, you know, some super expensive whips and rock lights, and you getting that, you know, $700 to $1,000, depending on, you know, what level you get. Is it really worth it? I don't know. I don't know. All I can tell you is, from a price standpoint, the Nilight, this whole setup, they were sent to me, so I'll be fully transparent. If you would go to buy them on Amazon or directly from Nilight, you know, you're way less than $300, maybe $250 for eight rock lights, 2 whips. These are 3-footers, and you know, maybe that's too much. I don't know, but I feel, you know, having the very low to the very high end setups, that this probably is the best value in my opinion for the dollar. And you know, it uses the same app as some of the expensive whips, so your customization options are pretty much the exact same. So again, entirely up to you. But we're going to get these out here in the dark so you can see how bright they are. I think they look fantastic. The only thing that I would probably change, maybe some longer leads. I did have to purchase 2 10-foot leads to get my rock lights, or yeah, from the rear of the vehicle all the way up to the front. And then one thing I would also change, instead of having the leads like from the rock light, or, you know, with 10-foot lead, maybe have just a pigtail there on some that I've seen before, and then come with a bunch of leads so you could custom kind of fit those. But not a big deal. With the rock lights, I wasn't able to, with the whips, I wasn't able to find extensions for the rock lights to the controller, because I wanted to put the controller up under the dash, but I wasn't able to do that. Those weren't available. Not a big deal. Just ran power wires from the dash back to the controller, which is mounted behind the seat. I just wanted to have everything kind of hid, but that's the only thing that I'd really change. Everything else, fit and finish was fantastic, just like anything else that I've used in the past. So from a money standpoint, I don't think you can beat it. So I'm gonna leave links in the description so you guys can find these. I would recommend them. We're gonna test them out. I've used cheaper whips than this, similar build quality, and they held up just fine. I've used the expensive ones. You know, honestly, the expensive ones, and I'm not gonna throw the name out there, but I've actually had to send one whip back, it wasn't working, a controller, and then one rock light, and those were big money whips. So far, using some of these lower end products, I haven't had you know, any issues, but you know, to each their own. I'm just presenting a product that I think is a good value. So what we're going to do next is we're going to get these after dark again so you guys can see how bright they are. You know, we just looked at the app. Everything's pretty legit. So let's jump into some nighttime action. All right, guys, we're going to show off this rock light kit. I just have the rock lights on just normal blue, but they also match the whips there. We got the red, white, and blue going. Really awesome kit for the money. Got them mounted up in there. They look fantastic. Everything come out great. I had 2 extras. I ended up putting those in the floorboards. Looks pretty cool. Got them up front. Got the grill lit up. Digging it. Guys, I'm telling you, for the money, this Nilight kit